V. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce your real name. So I want you to say it, because I looked at it on Google. I said, you know what? I'm not even going to try this.
It's Valerie.
It's just Valerie?
Valerie.
Then why do they have, I don't have my phone here. You know how you Google and they have the Wikipedia?
Yeah, they have a lot of false information up about me. Yeah.
See, and that's why we're here, to be honest. Okay, listen, I want to do a little toast to you, okay? Start us out on a great note. Welcome to the wine cellar.
All righty.
All right. Now, there is a lot of preconceived notions about you, okay? You're a love and hip hop star. You are a rapper first, mother first, okay? Black woman first, of course. And unfortunately, being in the industry that you're in, we only see a very targeted and specific just narrative about you. And every now and then I'll see that you'll put little clips here, you know, explaining like, you know, I'll give an example. You want to put that on silent because it's going to pick up on your mic. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that phone work? That phone too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just put both of them up. I turned my ring off, both of them. Okay.
Cool. All right. So every now and then we'll see the blogs, post your tweets. Some of them are really heartfelt. You talk about, you know, the issues with your mom, a lot of the issues with your upbringing. I'm not gonna, you know, a lot of us, you know, I grew up, of course, raised by my grandma. My mom, you know, she was in and out or whatever. You know, uncle molested me. You've talked a lot about in your tweets. I haven't seen you really give any depth to the situation, you being possibly molested or raped coming up. And so when we see a lot of the fights and the arguments online, I personally see them as a reaction to something. And being that you're not very vocal or open about your life, I feel that, you know, you are a rap artist first. And even though you are, you know, a part of the Love and Hip Hop franchise and, you know, you're doing other things, of course, you're doing appearances and stuff. And, you know, you're really intertwined with the rap industry. I feel that we don't know Akbar. We don't know Valerie. And I wanted to know if we could get to know Valerie today.
You could.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get it. All right. So you are from Atlanta. We did talk about that.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me if I ask a question that's going too deep and you don't want to go there, we don't have to go there because, you know, I do know some things can be triggering and painful and things like that. So tell us about your upbringing here in Atlanta.
Child. It was, my mom had 5 kids. I didn't know who my dad was.
Oh.
My mom left us in the house for like 2 weeks with no food. My brothers them used to have to steal food for us because she was, you know, she was on drugs and stuff. So defects finally came. My uncle them had a lot of money. Like my uncle them was like kingpin. My auntie did like 10 years fed time. And my great aunt, which is Millie Ann, she took me and my sister in, you know, and her sister got my other sister. So it was my auntie Millie Ann, she had like 7 kids and she took me and my other sister Jelly in. Cause my nickname is Sunshine.
Oh, okay.
And that's like 7, 9 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
My auntie did the best she could, and I always will love her for that.
Is she still alive today?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, shout out to Auntie. Okay.
She's just going through a lot, you know. She deal with a lot of, cause she's getting older and a lot of sickness come up on her. But and I don't really even talk to her enough like I should because I hold things with her too. From just upbringing and how her kids used to do me and things like that, you know, and do my sister. But it was never her. She just wanted peace. She wanted to help my mom. And I always get emotional about my child.
Listen, be yourself. This is
my childhood because I don't know, like God really brought me He brought me far. Yeah, so she was just trying to just, survive. Had I known what I know now that I knew back then, but I was a kid. I get raped by my uncle. I got touched by somebody else that I would never say. Because
At what age?
I was like 6, 7.
By your uncle?
Mm-hmm.
And he had full on sex with you?
Mm-hmm. He touched me, put his little inside of my vagina.
Wow.
I was bleeding. My aunts and my mom, brothers and sisters, they always wanted to cover it up, but my aunt Millie Ann, she didn't allow that to happen because she said, she loved us and she was going to protect us because we was from pillow to post because my mom, she did a lot of drugs and, she just was out in the streets. So I remember he went to jail.
For touching you?
Me and my sister.
Okay.
Then my other sister get raped by my other uncle. She got raped first.
While you guys were living with your aunt?
No, with our mom.
Your mom. So when your mom would go out and
me and my sister, we was living with my aunt.
Okay.
My big sister, she was living with, I think my mom. It's we was growing up. Mm-hmm. But we didn't remember that because she was still a baby. We found out that early on when we was telling her about what we went through. But my mama sent him to jail also.
So it sounds like even though they had their own challenges, because drug addiction is an addiction. It's not, I don't feel it's who our loved ones are. They are under the influence of the drugs. But the fact that your mom did send your uncle to jail, which is her brother, I think.
No. My Aunt Millie Ann, that's my mom's brother who raped me.
Oh, wow.
My Aunt Millie Ann, she the one went forth with it. They couldn't find my mom. My mom was just in the streets when all this happened. She would leave us in the house, with no food. My big brothers, them used to have to steal food for us. So, we with my aunt. I used to have these challenges as a kid where they would take me to these crazy doctors and stuff and therapists and hospitalize me because I was lashing out, My aunt used to get a Social Security check and stuff for me. I didn't find that out until I was 18.
So she kept it from you? So you didn't know that you were
getting disability
state diagnosed as?
No, I just know I was going to doctors and I was getting hospitalized because I was going through a lot. As a kid, I wanted my mom. People didn't understand that, then I'm dealing with having to fight her kids and, take up for my sister. And in the midst, I'm angry, but her kids are kids too. So it's just we fighting amongst each other, but all of us kids. And, I remember when they used to tell me, you're going to be just like your mom. Well, my mom aunt, which is my grandma's sister, told us this. She was like, you're going to be just like your mom. She was just so evil ass old bitch. I should just be so evil. Mm-hmm. And you plant this in a kid head that you didn't give me a chance. So coming from a broken home, I'm on Cleveland Avenue.
I know Cleveland Avenue here in Atlanta. It's still Cleveland Avenue.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. And I say I'm from there because that's when I'm in the streets now. And I'm with Young Thug, me, my little cousin Slug, Trouble. It's just rock crew. Before we was YSL, we was a rock crew. We was throwing up the rock. And, our big homie, which is Big Boo, he basically raised me.
What age did you join? I guess Young Thug and them in the crew.
We was real young. We was kids. I was on Cleveland at 11, 12, 13, something like that.
Oh yeah, you were.
14,
you were a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people don't know with me and Thug is always gonna be love because we really was in it together. he didn't have like certain things, like we in the hood. It was like we had to take care of each other. You know, they did things for me, I did things for them. Whether it was, oh, I come to the hood, I'm in the streets, I'm working, I'm giving y'all 20, like this on our come up. You know what I'm saying? When I see Thug, because Thug is very good at gambling. I see him, hey, give me this. I need, you know, I need this 20. I need, you know, we took care of each other because we had to survive. You know what I'm saying? And Thug mom had a lot of kids too, but you know, it's like we was her kids too, because Big Duck, one thing about Duck, she gonna make sure like she outside with it. Like she was more of a mother figure to her. She don't even probably know this, that I speak this like this about her. Like she can call me right now, don't do this, I'ma listen to Duck, because like I got like a lot of respect for Duck, you know what I'm saying? And that's Thug mom. But back to, I'm on Cleveland, you know, I'm thugging with them, like these my niggas. Like they beef with niggas, I'm beef with niggas. Like I'm with them wrong or right, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Me and him we had a turn in some point, and because I felt like you done made it, you went and go get this girl, which he was dating Tarika at the time. It was just some petty shit. It was he say, she say, and I got angry with him. And I'm just happy that me and him is like how we are now, like how we back. You know, I call him on the phone, like, what you doing? You know, he basically, I went up to him and told him, I was like, I need your help. I need you to help me. And I was like, all right, if you need publishing some of my pub, I'll give you that. And for him to say, I don't want nothing, I'm just gonna help you, that was just everything to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I lay down my life for Thug right now, to this day. Like, I love him. Like, people don't really understand, like, that loyalty and love for me is a different type of love, because, you know, we all we had, you know what I mean? Like, and that's how I looked at it. You know, regardless of what we done argue, fight, whatever, like, that's my family, you know what I'm saying?
And nice. Okay. Right, cool.
Thank you.
So what drug of choice did your mom?
Oh, she was on cocaine, crack, like crack. She smoked dope.
Okay. Where is she now?
My mom died.
I'm sorry. At what age?
My mom's like 40 something.
No, I mean you. Like what age did she
I was like about 17, 16, 17, something like that, 17.
Wow.
Going on 18. I'll never forget, I had a McDonald's job. I quit. I was working there like 2 days. They act like I was lying about my mom dead. I was like, what? They made me still come in. I went in. I never had like a job that I kept, because I knew that I was a star. Like, I knew that was like, because I was writing grown raps at a young age, like talking about my story, my life. I just knew like I couldn't work like for nobody. You know what I'm saying? My mom died. I'm fighting my family, just going through so much, because I just held so much in with my mom, and not knowing that like I needed her to understand like that I needed you to be my mama. You know, but I don't know what my mom was dealing with when she was a kid, you know, because what I was told, that my mom had to raise her brothers and sisters, so she never had a childhood. Because at a young age, because they say my grandma was like an alcoholic, which I'm a kid. I'm only going by what, you know, what is told to me. Okay. You know what I mean?
AdamandEve.com. I'm talking toys, bondage, lingerie, and so much more. Plus, they have 24/7 customer service, so you can order at 3 a.m. if you ain't coming, if you get me, okay? And if something isn't working out, you can send it back within 90 days, no hassle. And if that's not enough, you can also take pleasure in knowing that 20% of their profits goes to help fight the spread of HIV around the world. So go on ahead and log on to AdamandEve.com. Use the code Tasha for 50% off one item plus free shipping in the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply now, but hurry up and visit AdamandEve.com so they can make you come. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine.
So my mom, she ended up dying. I ended up hating everybody again, me against the world. Because I felt like I was always the outcast of everybody.
So when you were going to the therapist and going to these doctors,
I stopped going when I got grown. Like, I thought it was like, what the fuck I need y'all for? Like,
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like I'm thugging. I'm in the streets. You gotta understand, like, I wasn't just the girl that just saying I'm rolling with niggas. I'm with whatever they with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's at a point where it was like, it was real beef going on in my hood. Like, real beef, and this is nigga beef, and I'm in it, and I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to die about it. As I grow up going to therapy, I'm like, that ain't what I need to do. I'm thinking like that. That's how I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't going to no fucking therapist. I'm not crazy.
Do you still think that way?
I don't think that way now.
So you would be willing to consider a therapist at this age?
I've really been praying. I think God is going to be my therapist. I don't damn know. I feel like God is my therapist for now, but he did say he wanted me to see somebody. This lady told me that. She's like a prophet. And she prophesied to me. She said, God said he wanted me to go see a therapist.
Okay. Why did she tell you that?
Well, she reached out to me in my DM and told me that God had something that he wanted me to know. So when she said that,
you responded to it?
Yeah, of course. Because I know that he sent people. Because I'm anointed and I'm gifted. You know, I'm just roughed around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't let people pray for me if they don't believe the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is one. You can't pray for me. I'm not finna pray with you or nothing. I'm not touching the ground. I'm not doing none of that. And I just always been like that because I knew where I grew up in church. And I always felt like if I never stayed with my aunt, I would have never got to know who God was. That's how I feel.
Okay. I guess, you know, for me, growing up, you know, now my mom wasn't on no crazy drugs. It was more so like, you know, everybody pop pills, you know, so.
They more dangerous than crack.
I know. But, you know, the doctors, it was the doctors. It wasn't nothing that, you know, she went out there to seek or did. Of course they drank, you know, living with my grandma, molested by my uncle. I was a very rebellious kid. I never was in the streets. I mean, I used to fight a lot, but I never hung with like, you know, I've always been a loner. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really need anybody. And I just kind of developed that on my own. Like, if my mom is elsewhere, my grandmother, and I can't get no protection from home, then I'm just going to stick to myself. Because, you know, one thing, if family don't protect you, why would friends protect me? So that's how I process things. And so I'm saying this to say is that, you know, it came a time when I hit like 17, 18, and then I started to consume pills. And so I did it to the point where sometimes, you know, it would be hard for me to get up, you know, didn't know if I was going to wake up. And, you know, I hit rock bottom. And if it wasn't for therapy, even psychiatric treatment, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I say that as a Black woman who was raised in poverty. I think it will take more than God to help you through your issues, because when I see you online tweeting and you're tweeting about being suicidal and you're tweeting, you know, or we see you fighting, I feel that is a reaction to the things that you have gone through. And it's like, you're a very talented rapper.
But sometimes I don't want to be here. And sometimes I do. So it's like, I go through that and I fight with it because people will have you feeling like you're unworthy. Or like, what are you? And that's the enemy. And I know that. And I always overshadow those thoughts. Like, I always keep going. And my pastor say, plead the blood of Jesus over. And that's what I try to do, because me and my pastor, we like this. I talk to my pastor about everything. And sometimes I feel like to be with God is like better than to be here. But then I realized that I have 5 kids that need me, and I don't want them to even go through not one thing that I went through growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long road where I wasn't in a life because I was scared to be a mom because I didn't want to mess up. Like, I didn't want to fuck up my kids. So I'm like, okay, let me put y'all with people that I feel like will be the best for you, you know, at that time, because I'm in the streets, I'm thugging, having babies by niggas that don't even love me. I'm thinking that it's love, you know, nigga beat my ass. I'm thinking that it's love because this is the environment I'm growing up in. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from a broken home, abusive home. So automatically you thinking that's what you got to deal with and go through, right? I end up like, this year I got all my kids, you know, I'm going to court with one of them. Because,
congratulations on that.
thank you.
What are their ages?
My kids' ages?
Yes.
Child, 15, 13.
You got a 15-year-old?
I got an 11-year-old, yep. I got a 9-year-old, and I got a 7-year-old.
Wow.
Is that 5?
How many boys and girls? We don't need to put their names out.
I got 4 boys, 1 girl.
Wow. Okay. And you got them all back this year?
I'm going to court now for my 11-year-old.
Okay.
His grandma is trying to fight me. I had to give a lawyer like $10K to go to court and get my son. My son need to be home with his mom. And it's about a money situation because, you know, she want to put me on child support. And, and I'm feeling like if you can't provide for my son, just give me my son. What do you need? You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of people, you know, trying to take advantage. You know, like, I appreciate you for doing what you did, you know, being in my kid's life when I couldn't, you know, provide and do things, but I'm able now. They just give me my son, like, and it's like, I feel like with her, she's been an evil bitch. No disrespect, you know, pun intended, but it's like, you want money. That's what it boils down to. You want money. I make sure I give money every month for my son. You taking me to court because you want more money. I call, I say I need to get him for this weekend. Every time I want to get him this weekend, it's always a problem. It's always he got something to do. I say, well, his brothers and sisters want to see him. It's always something. And it's at a point that I don't even want to deal with it no more because I'm going to end up putting my foot up her throat. And I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be like a better person. But people like that make it hard for me. But then I have to pray. And I say, God, you know, I'm a God-fearing woman. I pay my tithe and like, I'm talking about every coin I get, I give God 10% of my whatever. I don't care what I get. God get 10%. And I love God. But when I'm in my flesh, it's different from my spirit. Because when I'm in the spirit, I can prophesy and do all that because I'm anointed. But when I'm in my flesh and I'm doing things of the world, it's like I'm just doing different things, you know? And the Bible speaks about that, about the spiritual mind and the carnal mind, you know? And we fall short every day of his glory. But at the same time, you know, I became a celebrity. I became, you know, famous in this. Oh, you have to walk like this and you got to do this and you got to do. But what if I don't want to do that or walk like that? It's all these people in these comments that's judging me that forget that they fuck up on a daily just like me. Because he said in the Bible that nobody on this earth is perfect.
I think what people are saying in the comments, and sometimes a lot of them can take it too far, is that we see someone who is extremely talented. We see someone who's extremely beautiful. You are just downright funny. I used to watch, you know, when you had your other page before it got taken, you used to conversate with a lot of your followers and you would ask them questions and stuff. Like, I used to watch you do that every day. From your living room, you would have on a damn bonnet, you know, and you would be going in on them, asking them to do stuff. And I'm like, you know, you definitely have a gift. And I feel that if we don't nurture that gift, and my grandmother told me this before she died, that God will take it. Because he gave you that gift
and that's true.
To specifically use. And so when you see people in the comments coming at you, Akbar, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was searching on the internet, trying to get a grip of you, all I saw was drama, negativity.
True. That's true.
You know, and it's like, I know you want people to see you as who you are, which you say is a very giving person. You're a very loyal person, you know, you're, I mean, full-time mother now, you know, and so, I feel that being that, you know, just like last night with the ponytail, it's like, do you want to rap or do you somewhat kind of get off on the drama?
I don't get off on drama, but I feel like if y'all playing with me on the internet, I want you to be able to do that when we see each other face to face. Because here's the thing.
But you can't fight the world, Akbar.
I know, but at the end of the day, I just feel like if you saying all this on the internet and you saying this on site and this, that, and the third, because I said I'm done playing. I said this 1,001 times. What it was, you thought I was, like, you just thought, like, I'm still going to be playing. Like, today, you see, I never even got on live and said nothing. I didn't do none of that. I did what I did because I'm tired of playing with y'all. You know, when I get on the internet and I argue with people, and then when we see each other, it just look like they just do this for clout. They do this for the internet. I'm not no internet bitch, but I'm dealing with a lot of internet girls. You get what I'm saying? So you can't say I'm a bully to someone that started and mentioned my name. If we don't fuck with each other, just leave me the fuck alone. I don't speak on you. Don't come for my kids and think that I'm going to spare yours. My kids go to school just like y'all kids. My kids have to deal with bullying just like y'all kids. What make y'all kids different than my children? I'm going to defend them and go all. I'm ready to die by my kids. And go to jail too. You know what I'm saying? That's me as a mother. That's any mother when it comes to their kids. Everybody know kids is sensitive. When you see me on the internet and I'm going back and forth with bitches, right? Do y'all ever think to say, why is she doing this on the internet with these bitches? Like, what happened? What is this? You know what it is? It's Love and Hip Hop made people look at me as she just drama. But did they really not know that a lot of things happened and a lot of these things was going on because the bitch trying to take care of her family? Because if you don't got a storyline and you ain't got drama, you're not going to get that much camera time, which means you're not going to get a check. People don't feel it. You talking to a girl that never had media training. I never had artist development. I come from the streets to TV. When Mona came and got me, I was still in my hood on the block trying to make it. Rapping, going to the studio, getting on Instagram, making music, like, was already popping. Nicki was already following me. Meek, Queen Latifah, all these people was already following me before I ever touched the television stage. You get what I'm saying? But you got to understand, it's certain things that go on behind these scenes that people just looking at TV because it's a facade. All this shit is a facade. Now, what I can say is, after last night, there's no need for me to say do anything to this child. It is what it is. I know you pussy. I know you punk fake. I'm really thinking that you're going to stand on what you're saying on this internet. I said 2021 ended. I'm not doing nothing else on the internet. I actually went in a song and I said, I can't wait to see y'all bitches outside. Y'all thought I was just playing when I said what I rap. I rap what I live. This is reality. Now, do I take full accountability of drama do overshadow my talent? Yes, it does. But do y'all understand that I don't have the proper tools to take off with this. You can have talent, which everybody and their mom know I can rap. They know I know how to make good music. But if you got a team that's not 100% focused, I can do all the things that I can do. All right, I'm willing to challenge anybody. I can do this for a whole year, 2 years straight, no drama, straight music. And I can show y'all that I'm focused on the music, right? What else come behind music? You gotta, to really break an artist is $250K or more. I'm with this, which I signed, which at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this, the person that I did sign to, he's one of the best, greatest guys I ever would meet. He's like a father to me. And I love him for that, right? But do I feel like it's 100% focused on Akbar V with what we doing? No, he's not. Because he got his hands everywhere, you know? He still got his life he doing. He's not 100% focused on the music. You know, because y'all can say drama all y'all want, but drama actually sells.
No, and that's not what I'm saying. I was saying that because...
No, I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm not saying it. I'm just basically saying for the people that on the outside, you know, looking in and they speaking on, she's talented, she's this. But if you don't have the proper tools to get the talent where it needs to be, then baby, it's just talent. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing now, 2022, I'm rebranding, putting my team together. Like I gotta put people in, I gotta take people out. And that's just what the bottom line is. And that's being a businesswoman and a person that really wanna win. If anytime, okay, prime example, the baby, he made a comment, right? about the AIDS or whatever. I didn't go in the depths of it because I told God, I said, you know what? I want to stop speaking on people's lives. So I don't get on social media, you know, and speak into people's lives unless you done things.
Remind the viewers, what did he say
He
about?
said, I don't actually know, but he said, raise your hand, some of you got HIV or AIDS. I don't know.
Okay, baby, yes. I thought you were saying little baby. Because
no, not little baby, the baby, not
okay,
little baby. Don't.
All right.
I know little baby too, that's my bro. But boom, he said something, he got a lot of backlash from it, right? They counseled him for, we so quick to counsel people that's not educated about certain things. This man come from the streets. He's not thinking that this is gonna mess up nothing. It's in the blink of an eye. He's not thinking like that. And I'm pretty sure that he wasn't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because why would I wanna say this and I know that it's gonna mess up millions of dollars for me? I'm not thinking that this finna happen to me, right? Okay, prime example, he said that. Counsel, he's back again. And why is the baby back again? The baby have a team that focus on him. The baby is signed. He have a bag that been invested in him. He have what he needs. I can go in the studio and make all the music that I want, but if this team don't put the money in it and do what they supposed to do, what are we doing? Y'all looking at it as, okay, she's dramified. Okay, all right. Prime example, Nicki and Cardi. They had drama. It sailed. Atlantic put the bag and she had the proper team to do what they needed to do. Talent is just one thing. You have to have a bag for this shit.
But do you realize Cardi broke herself though?
Cardi still had a bag put into that music.
But she danced. And she took her money, whether robbing, drugging, dancing, and she invested it into her music.
I invest money in my music also. But to really do this shit, you have to have a real bag. Cardi had people to invest in her also to get that song moving.
So why do you think?
It's a team effort.
So why do you think people don't want to invest in you?
I don't think people don't want to invest in me because I feel like they not focused enough. Like, I had already signed a contract. I'm signed to him. We got a partnership. It's staying focused and staying consistent.
I feel like regarding your upbringing and what you've shared with me today, which is very, I mean, a lot of people can't get on the internet and be vulnerable like that. And so, you know, you talking about being suicidal, getting your kids back, days you want to be here, days you don't want to be here, you pray. I feel like there's a lot of masking. And Akbar, I don't think you see what people see in you. And that's why a lot of people do come hard at you. Is because you are talented. But at the end of the day, when do we take accountability?
I always take accountability. Y'all never hear me?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When you put up your lives, like yesterday, you know, somebody recording the ponytail, it's like, it's never ending. It's always like, well, what is she gonna put up next? What is she gonna tweet next? And all I'm saying is, as someone on the outside looking in that wants to see you win, that wants to see you shut everybody down, that said you couldn't do it, because I see talent distracted, I don't feel that it's fair to say that your team is distracted when there's always something going on with you.
So what about the times that I don't be in drama?
You're quiet. Music.
So who you think that is on?
You.
And why do you feel like that?
Because you're an artist. God, however your life started out, you put that in your music and got to where you are. So you have the tools. You have the people around you to make things happen. But based on our growth, like my therapy, there's no way I could be running a team right now and apps and things like that without me first going deep within myself. And it's like, I love God, but God also gave me tools and people that we utilize in order to really uncover our true selves.
So you think I should get therapy?
Hell yeah, Akbar.
Okay. I'm going to try it out.
How else are you going to deal with those, the depression?
I think people don't understand when I said that on site, it really meant on site, not the blog.
But what is fighting going to get you?
It's not going to get me nowhere, but I'm just going to let a bitch know don't keep playing with me. I guarantee you after, she's not going to play with me no more.
I feel that this whole notion of like on site, how old are you?
32.
32.
Mm-hmm.
5 children.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 17-year-old.
No,
15.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. The other girl has 17-year-old. 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
All of them see mommy online.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they hear about mommy in school. People know who their mommy is. And mommy is online talking about on site. Now, when I heard about the reason as to why the beef started over the chicken.
That's really not true. That's the thing. They keep posting what they want to post, and then people go along with it.
Okay.
Because the beef didn't start over the chicken. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
At the end of the day, it was about respect, and what you're not going to do is take nothing out of my hand or play with me. Like, I'm not coming to you taking nothing out of your hand. On top of that, it was mixed emotions about past tense things with another person that was there, which I'm not even speaking on that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't never over a chicken. It was basically, bitch, don't try to take what I got in my hand. Like, y'all playing with me. I ordered this. I paid for my own stuff. Like, don't fucking play with me. And then it was already bitches calling bitches over to the section because they feel a certain type of way and all of that. Like, it was a lot more than what people just seen by, first off, I just know to go. I don't know to lay down, you know? So it looked like, oh, she's a bully. She said, I'm really not a bully though. I just stand for what I believe in and I go for what I know. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like 2022, it was more so of, I never even sent me posting the wig or nothing to nobody. It was something that we was joking after I did what I did, and I'm just dancing to it because everybody that was there, they knew what went on. They was right there. They knew not to post on, which I'm thinking everybody posting on their Finstas because we all got Finstas. I'm not thinking that people posting it on main pages, and because I wasn't, as you can see, I didn't entertain it today. I could have did a live and said things, and I'm not doing that. I said no internet.
But Akbar, I guess what I'm trying to get you to, I
get what you're saying.
Understand is that
I'm too old to say that it's on site, and I'm too old to be fighting.
It's not that you're too old. It's like, what is the goal?
The goal is to be one of the biggest names of all time.
Okay, but how do you get to the biggest names? Who's some of your favorite rappers?
Nicki Minaj is my favorite.
That's a very close colleague of mine. So, and one thing about Nicki is Nicki does try her hardest to stay the fuck out of drama.
I love Nicki.
For her to go at Cardi B the way she did, you got to understand, when somebody approaches you at a gala, this is how you make your money, these people are paying you to be there and you want to fight, that's when it really, okay, I'm going to put it out there for what it is. It's like she reserved. Nicki has couth about her. Cardi doesn't. Cardi is reactionary, like yourself. And a lot of people can see that it worked for her, but you gotta understand, we're talking about a Latin descent woman who is praised regardless of her character, but based on her skin tone. I really think when it comes to talent, yeah, you can have the best producers you want, but at the end of the day, putting you and her on a stage, she wouldn't be able to out-rap you. I don't think anybody on the scene right now would be able to out-rap you, Akbar. And I got to start saying your name right, because I want to say Akbar, but I know it's Akbar. So I apologize about that. But
and I admit that I'm in my own way. I admit that, and I have admitted it 1,000 times. But it's like,
but when admit it, but when do you start to change? Because you going out here to the club and getting
not intentionally though.
I know, not intentionally.
Because I never knew she was going to be there.
But they taking both to jail now these days. You got 5 children at home. You're trying to get another one back at the house.
I make bail in the first 48.
I know that you make bail, but you don't realize this stuff is going on your record. And at the end of the day, your children may not express it to you, but that stuff affects them.
They do, because me and my daughter be talking and my sons. So, and I told them, because that's why I was just like, you know, I'm just tired of these bitches. You know, all I knew was to fight, whether win, lose, or draw.
And I gotta tell you, I saw a video of you yelling at Alexis or whoever you were yelling at, Tommy, from your kids' room.
Mm-hmm.
My
kids wasn't there though.
No, you put the camera on them. You was talking to them.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I did too. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was like a blue light.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel that it's just so much talent going to waste. And I do feel like there's a lot of self-projection. There's a lot of your childhood that's coming up in this stuff because you demand respect. You want the love. You want the, the notoriety. Of course, when we don't get it from our family, we're going to go out here and get it the way that we want and prove to the entire world that I'm worth being loved. This is who I am. But everybody around you, everybody, Young Thug, Lil Baby, everybody,
Savage,
they successful.
Mm-hmm.
And Akbar is not successful because other people are making him unsuccessful. You're unsuccessful because you are choosing to blame everybody else for things that you consciously choose to do.
But I didn't blame nobody. I'm saying I did these things. I did do it. Okay. And I stand on what I did. I'm not blaming people.
Okay.
I'm basically saying that it's been times that I have been focused on my music and wasn't in drama. Months and months passed. Nothing happened because people was trying to get their situations right and things like that. You get it? But I'm actually understanding the business and I'm learning as I go, and I'm not going to say that I don't have a good team, which I'm not going to say that, but do I feel like they was no. And I'm being honest. I'm going to show y'all, like, I'm not going to be in no drama. I'm not going to say nothing. They can come for me. I'm going to keep my mouth closed. I'm going to show y'all, right? And I'm going to show y'all that I'm going to, because I want to do this. It's not what nobody making me do. It's that last night, when I did what I did, I felt like, you're pussy. So ain't no need of me keep coming for you. Leave me alone. I'm not speaking on you. I'm not entertaining you. I don't want you doing that with me. That's why I didn't get on the internet making lives and doing all that today. There's no need. I handle my business. I have no need to do all of that on the internet. I'm tired of the internet. I didn't do not one thing today.
You built a massive following, and it's unfortunate that your page is gone, and I really hope that your team is working on getting it back, and so I've always...
1 million people.
I know.
Without one following bought 1 million.
And I understand because, one, you're entertaining, whether you're being funny or being dramatic. I really think your comedic attributes really played a part in that because you are really funny. And you're 32, you're getting up there in age. And so if the rap career doesn't go where you want it to go based off of a lot of trials and tribulations that you've gone through, what is your plan? Have you thought about it?
The rap is going to go through.
Okay.
I ain't no plan B. It's A. The rap is going to work.
It's going to work.
Mm-hmm. God told me that. He showed me that. He promised me that. So it got to work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I wanted to work, Akbar. I really do because
that's all I got. And that's all I'm focusing on. The thing is, which people, when you say I don't take accountability, it's not that I don't take accountability. It's that I felt in my heart like, y'all playing with me. All right, let's just see what it's going to be for. But now it's like, I'm not, like, I don't care no more. Like, fuck it.
Why? Why don't you care no more?
I'm basically saying, like, for the entertainment.
Okay.
Not, and I don't care about what I got.
Okay.
I'm saying to entertain that. Like, I'm never going to be the person that lie. Like, I don't lie. I tell the truth. And a lot of people can't accept the fact that I'm honest about a lot of things. And just because it's not appalling to y'all, or it's not making y'all feel the way that y'all want to feel, and it's like, oh, she's lying, she's this. I'm not a liar. I'm actually an honest person, and if I feel this way, I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm outspoken. So when I say now, like, I don't care, I'm not entertaining it, it's because, like, I don't want to entertain the drama. And now I see that all they're gonna do is go on the internet and talk shit, but when I see them, they not gonna do nothing. And it looks like I'm the bully. But what about the time that everybody getting on the internet saying shit and I'm arguing with you? What about the time I was just minding my business and then my name just got brought up?
And even if they bring up your name,
Ignore.
you can choose to ignore.
Yeah, that's what
have you heard of the law of attraction?
No, but you know what? I gotta learn to ignore people. I gotta learn to be more humble. And that's what I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with this for like...
I wouldn't say, I don't think that you're not humble.
No, God told me that he wanted me to let him fight my battles.
Right.
And be at peace.
That's what I was gonna say.
I didn't do that.
Within yourself, which means someone can stand here, say whatever they gotta say to you, but as long as they don't lay a fucking hand on you.
But what if they lay a hand on you and then
then you deal with that.
Now let me ask you this: what if they lay a hand on you and you just hit the floor right there? Somebody lay a hand on you first, and they hit you in one of your temples, like bow, your ass down, you knocked out cold. You gave them the ups to hit you first. If they are in my inner space, this is my space, you got to get back, because this is when I get into I start thinking like, nah, been in the streets, y'all got to understand, it's survival, and that's what I'm taught to do. I have to survive. I've been in these streets since I was, a kid. It was survival. Having to steal food, that's survival. My mom's supposed to be having food for us. Yet and still, we're stealing food, going inside this store. We're stealing. No parent in the household for weeks at a time. My brother was young as hell. He don't know how to raise a fucking kid. It's a survival mode, more so than these girls that playing on the internet and doing all this, but y'all got y'all mom that raised y'all, taught y'all certain different things. I was taught in the streets. You taught shit, you have to stand on what you stand on.
Akbar, my mom wasn't around as much. We stole, we got in trouble. My sisters and I are very successful because even though circumstances led you to do certain things to survive, but you're not surviving right now. You're thriving. You're on the cusp of thriving. And all I see is excuse. And this is one black woman to another telling you, I don't want to see you fail.
But I'm not making excuses because I'm taking accountability of things.
No, that's not accountability, because it's like you'll say, oh, I'm taking accountability. But then you'll say, well, this is why I did
I'm basically telling you this is the truth, though. You want me to lie to you and tell you this not what happened for me to do this? I'm telling you this is happening, and that's why I did it.
So you chose to react.
I told you that.
Okay. It's not a survival reaction.
No, I'm basically telling you I'm from the streets. You talk shit and you saying what you're going to do when you see me and all of that. You have to stand on that. That's street code 101. Don't say things that you're not standing on.
Listen, I know that life has been kicking all of our ass lately, but we don't have to look like it. Walking around with dark circles like I used to, acne, hyperpigmentation, you can knock all of that out. Adjust your crown and return your skin to goddess status with the Regal Rose Club. Purchase their vegan skincare cleanser, moisturizer, and mask using the link below. It's made with all organic and premium natural herbs. Get your glow back with Regal Rose Club.
I meet a lot of women that come from backgrounds such as yourself and I. Mine not as, I guess, uncomfortable as yours, because if my mom wasn't there, we were staying with our aunt, we were staying with our grandma. We ate, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, to eat more, there was a lot of times we were just eating rice and butter or bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Like Roman noodles, I met a lot of girls that come from those backgrounds, and very rarely do you see them have 5 children with different fathers, be well connected, put themselves on a TV show, build 1 million followers, and that was done without you making an excuse. That was done with you being Akbar, the best of you.
Yep. So when I said earlier that sometimes I'm in my own way, that's me saying I be in my own way too. So I know the things that I have to do and the things that, you know, required. I know what I have to do to really to be at peace. And I was really knocking it like, I'm not going to do this. But really in reality that I know I have to talk to somebody. I know that's what I need to do, but you got to understand this society will make you feel like you're crazy, this, that, and the third, when you don't even want to, you don't want to even feel like you need to go talk to nobody. Like, they do this to us. Like, if I go see a therapy now, they're going to make all these jokes saying I'm crazy, this, that, and the third.
No, they're not.
You don't think so?
No. I've been dealing with professionals since I was 21. Not one has made me feel like I was crazy. They are there to support. And I think out of all the races, all the cultures, the ethnicities or whatever, Black women need the most support. You're raising 5 children. Are the fathers involved?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a bonus.
That is.
Most women don't have that support. You understand what I'm saying? But coming from what you come from, I think you owe yourself that, because you don't want to look up at 40 years old and
life just passed me by.
Yeah, and you regret everything. Like, how did I get here? And there has to be a moment of revelation where it says, I did this. Because I could have allowed my uncle having sex with me at 5, 6 years old, 7 years old to deter me and make relationships with men that I have toxic, you know? My mom beating the shit out of me. My dad's really not there for me. You know, he taking care of a whole nother family that lives literally 2 miles away but don't want shit to do with me. You know what that does to the psyche? You didn't even know your father. So imagine knowing your father and knowing that he across the fucking street the entire time and don't want you. But I've had obstacle after obstacle, and I've chosen to say, you know what? I don't have to live this way. There are plenty of people that come from rough backgrounds, but they do not have to be a product
of it. Yeah.
Yes. And you keep saying that you're from the streets. It's like, when you repeat that, you're living that very thing. Because I don't see a woman from the streets. I see a very well-attractive Black woman who's exceptionally smart, who just got all of her children back despite everything that was laid out for her. And yet, all you have to do is look at those kids every day and say, you know what, this is for y'all. I don't care what a bird brain on the internet got to say about me, because I know that I'm more than that. But because you haven't dealt with the stuff that you were dealt at no fault of your own, you're reacting to that. So it's like there's this need to prove that I'm this, or you're gonna respect me. You're not gonna do me like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you haven't dealt with a lot of those issues that your mother bestowed on you at no fault of your own. And so until, you know, I'm about to be 40 in March. I can tell you because I've came from it, but I do know I don't want to be. You still want to be? I mean, you say you're from the streets. You want to go back to the streets?
I'm not in the streets. I stay at 85 North in a nice.
That's good.
Nice
That's
house.
good. So I don't want to go back.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to. Yeah. And to be honest, you're right about a lot of things that you're saying. And it's like, it's just time to just move forward and just focus on what need to be focused on. I can honestly say that.
Now, could you and Alexis sit down and hash it out as grown women without fighting? I don't take it that she wants to fight you. Alexis is da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, she's not.
I can sit down with her and have a conversation. Like, I'm not against that. Like,
okay.
I just don't like.
Not like with the Zeus Network and Tommy. Now, that's not what we. No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about as 2 Black women, as 2 mothers, 2 women who have had to fight their way and build their names in this industry. Yes, she happens to be on the model side, but you're on the rap side. But at the end of the day, all little girls, your daughters are looking up to y'all.
I think that I'm not against a conversation, but I'm not going to go to her and say, let's have one.
No, it needs to be facilitated, because Alexis is definitely a product of the things that she's gone through, and she reacts. And so,
and I feel like that's what really drawed me and her to each other also, because it was Alexis went through a lot, I went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was at times that, and that's why I didn't get to. I'm not gonna even go in a lot of that, but it was, you know, she been through a lot also.
And you know what? That is definitely the energy that brought y'all together. But that energy of when y'all feel rejection or you feel disrespect, y'all revert back to those old
No,
ways.
Alexis, she's an airhead. Like, you can go to her and just say anything, she's gonna go for it. Like, she has a guy around her that went on the internet and said so much, told her business, and he's back around tweeting from her Twitter talking about me. So if that out of air, you fucked me over once, yeah. All right.
And that's probably what attracted her to you. Maybe more so for security and
it was security
protection.
reason. Yeah. I can agree with
like
that.
a big sister. Like, I don't know if she has a big sister that's ever protected her, but like maybe she looked at you as a big sister. I mean, if I met somebody like you, I'm like, you know what, Akbar got this, but you ain't going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too. I'm tired of seeing your talent being washed away. Because your show, when you was going live with your viewers, that was the funniest shit on the internet. I mean, you got just as many views as Tory Lanez. Like, you was really popping. And then I don't know if you were arguing from the Instagram and Instagram decided to take it away, but
no, I actually posted a rap video and they took down my page, and they said I called somebody a faggot, but I didn't. Like, I didn't call nobody no faggot. Okay. Now, I did want to ask you this because, you know, I know it's easy for me to sit here from the outside looking in and tell you, you know, that I feel that therapy should be an option. You talked about being shot in your head. And you say that sometimes you have headaches from that. Real bad headaches.
Okay. Because I know when I get headaches, it triggers a lot of, you know, your fight or flight, you know, adrenals. And so if I'm in pain, I react negatively. You know, I can, get the fuck away, I don't want to talk. You know, or if I hear somebody say something, I'm reacting to that because of the pain. Do you feel like, you know, because of that, maybe the pain does have a lot to do with you reacting? And
I don't know.
You don't know? See, Akbar, we got the 2022.
I'm being honest.
Let's get some answers. Let's get some answers so that you can live truly in your purpose. And you ain't got to look back and argue with nobody.
I'm just going to stop entertaining all of that. I am.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm really honored that you chose my platform to be vulnerable and honest with, and I'm even more honored that you allowed me to share my opinion.
Even though I didn't like some of the stuff you said, I still listened. So.
I know, because I'm
trying to be a better person.
You from the streets,
and I don't want to have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? That she's from the street, she's got to act like this. She got to, you know, and that's just all what people been saying for me. And I really do want to change. Like, and it's just like every time I just say like I'm just done with this, I'm not gonna do this. It's like somebody come out the blue messing with me, and I just feel like I gotta go and I gotta say something back. But in reality, yesterday just proved that I really don't.
Therapy taught me how to tell where someone was coming from. That was a big thing for me, because someone could say, oh, you're beautiful. And then another person could say, you're beautiful. But it may be a 70 or 60-year-old man that's saying he's beautiful because he wants some ass. Or it could be a young, you know, black woman who wants absolutely nothing from me, and she's telling me that you're beautiful from the inside. And so recognizing the foundation of where it's coming from and the character. And so when I speak to you, Akbar, I'm not telling you anything that's gonna hurt you.
No, you're not. I don't feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's coming from a person that want to see me grow and win.
Absolutely.
And I don't feel like, you know, I don't feel like I don't have my guard up. I'm very vulnerable. I'm speaking on, you know, all the subjects. Like, I don't feel like attacked or nothing like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that. I would have said it if I did.
Okay.
You was right about a lot of things that you said. You know, I do need therapy. I do have to take accountability, and I'm feeling like taking accountability is like, yeah, I'm admitting that. I'm admitting it because, yeah, I did it because of this, and I'm still admitting it, and you know, that's how I'm looking at it, you know. But at the end of the day is, I just want to win.
Okay.
And
winning comes with a winning
self-control.
personality, self-control, discipline. Okay. Focusing on things that
Matters.
making you better. People that are not drawing you down. Because I'm going to be honest with you, when you start to move up, people want to pull you back down where they are.
And that's how I felt. I felt like I was just on my roll. Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm dropping the music. I did this freestyle, went viral. Here comes this argument. And, you know, it was
you know
like...
why? That's to distract you.
Yeah, it is. And that's what that lady told me. She was like, God about to bless you. This is why all this is happening. She said, and he wants you to just be quiet and be still. And somehow, and it's when I'm not in my spirit, I'm in the flesh. And it's like I'm just entertaining things that don't even mean to be entertained. What I got to do is I got to start walking. You know how they say this person is bougie and she's not? I got to be bougie with my energy. And that means like not entertaining certain things, not going around certain things, not being around certain people. And, you know, I know that. It's just, I get sidetracked.
Well, that's living. There's a difference between living and being, okay? And when you're living, you're reacting to everything that's around you because you are not in control. You think you're in control, but you're not. Because somebody can say something over here, your kids do something over here.
And they in control of me.
They're literally waving you around like a little puppet.
Yeah.
And you don't even see it happening.
Because I'm in it.
No, you're out of it. You're living. But
okay, out of it is living.
But being, you're in the moment. You're conscious of every single thing that's around. And anybody that you see that you look up to is very conscious and very strategic. You don't think Nicki Minaj want to get on the internet and fucking cuss people out? You don't think she want to, the shit that they say
Nicki
about her?
But you know, the thing is,
they tried to take this woman down.
Nicki, and this is the thing. When they was doing that to Nicki, and I seen a lot of girls jump ship, and I always was defending, like I always been that, like, I don't care about, like, speak to y'all bitches, I fuck with y'all bitches, but that's who I love. Like, I love Nicki, I love Foxy. Like, Foxy been in my DM. She be trying to motivate me. She actually is trying to mentor me on certain shit. Like,
and I think you should take it, because if she is the queen of not giving a fuck. You understand?
Yeah, and she told me, she said
really
they
think
need
of
to
one
see,
beef that she's been in, really.
You know, Foxy told me, she said, they need to see this sweetheart that I see in you. And I said, okay. I gotta stop entertaining bullshit.
But you cannot do it on your own.
I can't.
Exactly. And even though we have our spiritual leaders, but God gave us tools to utilize. People who go to school for this.
I'm going to go to counseling. You give me the person, I'm going to go. I'll tell you what.
And I do recommend a Black man, not a woman.
Okay.
Okay, because your energy with women is very different, and I feel like a lot of that comes from the first relationship that you had with a woman, which was your mother.
And that's true.
Yeah, and so when you see a Black woman trying to show love, you're standoffish a little bit, although you are accepting, because if the woman that gave birth to you didn't love you, what makes you think this woman is going to love you? And so I think it needs to
you
start.
You think my mom didn't love me?
I don't think she didn't love you. I just think she didn't know how to love you.
And that's the problem. How don't you know how to love me?
Because she didn't love herself. Okay. When you don't love yourself, you don't have nothing to give. And so when I see you tweeting and saying that you suicidal and stuff, that's you not loving Akbar. If Akbar loved herself, there's no way she would want to see herself not here.
But when I tweeted what I tweeted, it was me stating what Paul said in the Bible. They just took it and ran with it. But in reality, some days I do want it. Some days I don't. Like, I'm human. I'm allowed to feel these days. I'm allowed to feel days that I don't even want to get out of the bed. I'm allowed to have these moments.
You are.
It's just to the public, being who I am, and, you know, it's just the things that they say about me. It's like, she's this, she's that, now she want to die. Like,
but I can give two shits about what the public says, because that's what they're there for. They're spectators. Okay, they're people who just comment. They don't know you. All they know is the narrative that you put out. And so what I'm saying to you as one black woman to another who has been fucking through it, I'm not supposed to be here. I was supposed to take pills 20 years ago and not wake up. But I got myself off my, are you hurt? Can you get her some tissue, Mike, out the bathroom? Thank you.
Just
let's get you some tissue. I know it's hard to picture this. I know it's hard to picture this, but Akbar, I used to cry every day in my 20s. I don't have no more tears.
Thank you.
Because when you realize that everybody has had a hold over you,
people coming around and they just want to hurt me. But my heart is so big. I got a big heart. I gave things. Not even on, like, gotta post things that I've done for people. And I feel like sometimes there'll be no hope for me. And I'm trying when I got my kids, because I felt like I didn't want them to grow up feeling how I feel, but the whole time I'm in fear because I don't want to be like my mama. It's something in me that I don't want to be like my mama.
But you have to understand, you come from this woman.
But I don't want to be like my mama.
But you are her. And your mom had great ways. Unfortunately, she had an addiction, but do you truly think your mother wasn't a good woman?
No, I know she was.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure out that, and that's why I be trying to learn God and really know God. How did that happen? I didn't choose, to be brought into the world and be neglected. I didn't choose that.
But God did that. You don't ask God. You figure out why you're supposed to be here. You don't question God. You have to go deep with this. And trust me, I know that mirror, I've looked at that mirror. I said, look, everybody my whole life told me I wasn't shit. I must not be shit. Everybody don't use me for sex, my uncles, men. I must not be worth nothing. My own mama gave me my first pill. But when I tell you, I know that cloud. And I know that you are literally just a product of everything that you've gone through. And because of what has been done to you, your guard is up and you react. And so when I see you in these tussles with these women, you don't have a problem with them. You don't. Huh?
Got a problem with
right.
me.
It's called self-projection. You see something in them that you see in yourself that you don't like, and you're trying to fight it off through them. When I tell you, you are probably one of the funniest women that I've seen on the internet. I was just like, if rap don't work out, you can definitely be a talk show host. You know why? People are attracted to you. They love to tell you everything about themselves. And people like you that have gone through a lot, like me, people don't mind opening up to them because they understand that this person's not going to judge me because they've been through it.
And I don't judge.
Right. You got 5 very different, beautiful souls that you raise with all different personalities.
Yeah, they do. And I love my kids.
Right.
I love my kids.
And that's all that matters. And the more you try to fight not being like your mother instead of embracing that better part. I'm kind of glad that your mom wasn't around, because all you have to say about her is that she was on drugs when she wasn't around, but you truly didn't know her.
No.
And she probably didn't want to be around because she didn't want you to see her like that. I know these questions you'll never get answers to, but I always believe, especially when you go through therapy, and I'm gonna set you up with a couple of therapists, and you try them out and you see how they work for you, because you will find that perfect match. I've sent so many and recommended so many friends go to therapy who have had problems, and they come back years later, oh my God, Tasha, thank you, because it saved my life. You know how many times I wanted to take my own life? So when I see those tweets, I know that you're in pain. And it's even hard when you got 5 people depending on you, plus your other family members. Being a celebrity don't make it easy. Because
more problems.
People want more money. They want you more. And yet you ain't got nothing to give. So Tommy, Alexa Scott, all these fucking haters on the internet, that's the least of your worries, because they not your problem. And you and Tommy want love from her mama. Y'all are matching energy. I looked at that conversation and I saw the Zeus. I said, I cannot believe this. Tommy going to jail, having issues with her kids, her mama not being there for her, her own mama telling the police to take her back to jail. That's the same thing as your mama not coming to check on you or feed you. It's neglect. You know? And when you neglect it, you react. And so y'all energy is the same. Both of y'all are very powerful in your own ways, and you're passionate. And that's why viewers love y'all. They're attracted to that strength that you somehow muscled up, regardless of your mother not being there. They want that. And so I don't even see you and Tommy having a real issue. Y'all are arguing over the same things that y'all are not getting from the Black women that birthed y'all. And so y'all are taking that energy out on each other. You're going to be all right.
I believe that.
You are.
I met this guy.
Okay.
And, he's like a musician, music director. I was at J.R. Cricket's the other day, and he came and he said, come here, I need to talk to you. I said, for what? Who are you? He said, you got your guard up. He never tried to talk to me on that or nothing. He said, the enemy don't like you because you got something to do for God. He said, you're very powerful. He said, and God is about to bless you and your family. He said, I rebuke the devours off you right now. All right? God has sent like 7 different people to me in these last weeks, telling me different things. And I know they're about God because I know what I be praying, and I know nobody knows what's going on, you know. I see, you know, I had a dream or whatever about an altercation with me and Alexis, and it ended up happening, but God was warning me. I looked over it because I was just so angry and mad that they was playing with me on the internet, and I just had to get them. Like I said, I'm gonna get them. And now, you know, today I just had a change of heart, and that comes with, you know, people praying for me and you know, being prayed for and just praying, because it's now like I don't feel like I gotta get y'all no more. I don't feel like that. I feel like just leave me alone. I feel like I need to work on myself, and yeah, I probably do need therapy. I'm not against it. At first I was, because I don't want people to look at me like I'm crazy because I want to get therapy.
Therapists love what they do. They don't make shit doing it. It's not like they get state money. I mean, some of them do work off of the state, but even though they still don't get paid by the state, these people truly have a calling to really help you and people like us to work through.
But
because
I want to be helped. I just don't know how.
You have to be. You just showing up is helping you. You'll be surprised. Like, people think like going in there and listening to somebody talk to you, they're not even really going to give you advice. They're going to give you tools to help you navigate yourself, because at the end of the day, it's about knowing yourself. And one routine does not help all. Oh, Akbar. I promise you, I got 2 kids. I wouldn't be able to love them the way I was loved if it wasn't for therapy.
Because I want to change. I want growth. I want to be one of the biggest names of all time. It's going to happen. I guess this is all in the walk that I got to go through.
It is. Because guess what? You're going to look back on it and you're going to be like, thank you.
But I'm tired. And like, I don't got no more fight in me. Like, I don't want to. I'm just at that space where I'm just tired. I'm tired.
That's growth. You ain't got no more fight left in you.
Oh,
and I'm glad you got it out, because some people don't get it out till their 50s and 60s, you know? So
yeah, I'm just tired. Like, all that. Even though, like, yesterday was, like, one of my days, but I was tired after that. I was like, you know what? She don't want to fight. Let me just not even entertain it. You know, that's how I looked at it. That's why I didn't go in depth about it. It's not nothing, because you don't want to, you know? And in reality, it's like, I did want to fight. I did. I wanted to fight. And I asked, I said, I ain't going to let nobody jump. I said, I want to win. I want to fight. And now it's like, I don't even want to fight, because it's not going to prove nothing. But you couldn't have told me that 24 hours ago, 18 hours ago. You couldn't have told me that. I felt like, I'm going to hit you on your shit for playing with me. Stop playing with me, because I'm going through some shit and I don't want to, like, you know. So now, right now, I'm at a space where I do want to be helped. I want to change. I want to grow. Like, I do. Because I do want my talent to be seen and not overshadowed over drama, which it has been.
And I wouldn't even say, you know, people tell you to put that shit in your music. You need to be so far away
from that.
So you can get into that creative space.
Yeah. Because when I'm not, I'm very creative.
I know.
Very
I know
creative.
you are. And people, like I said, and I don't want to sound like I'm beating drums, people are attracted to you.
I know.
They love your energy because they see that fun side, how you make them feel. And people will always remember that. Maya Angelou said that. It's not about what you say. People will always remember how you made them feel. And so I really do appreciate you just laying it all out there. And I you know, I was on the internet and I was just like, Akbar, it's like, nobody wakes up and just wants to fight. Who does that? You're reacting to something. And so when I see your tweets, I mean, I watch everything that you got going on. And I don't watch too many people now. I don't. My team bring me that shit. But there's something about you that I've always loved, and I can't put my finger on it, but that's your gift. But you have to uncover what that is. And like I said, my grandma told me before she died, if you do not nourish that gift, you will lose it. And so, Alexis Scott don't bring you no money. Now, I mean, Tommy, you had a conversation, but y'all, what I saw was 2 women who are suffering from the same thing, taking that energy out on each other.
I didn't do nothing.
I know you didn't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't see it because you're in it. But someone outside
I just felt like I already beat her up. I didn't have to go do that no more. Like, it was years ago. We see each other in public. We don't be on this. Mm-hmm. That's why I say a lot of this be for entertainment purposes, because I have seen her, didn't say nothing. She don't say nothing to me. She get the hell on.
One thing I do respect about Old Bacalis is that Love and Hip Hop did capitalize off her. And she knew that she had to make a change if she was going to be the star that she wanted to be.
Who?
Cardi. I call her Bacalus. That's her name. Becalise. I call her Bacalus, but it's Becalise. Almanzar. That's her real name. And so one thing that I saw in her was that she really tried to say, you know what, no more. But because she's still going through it, even though she said no more, a lot of times when she sees the comments, she sees the bloggers, you know, of course, her personal life and things that she had to deal with coming up, it comes out.
That's because she's human.
She's human, but at the same time, we have other people in the same position as her and as you that deal with it differently. But I'm not saying don't deal with it. None of us could
tell people how we should deal with things because we not God. You got to let her deal with it. All right, just like right now, I'm sitting here and you telling me certain things, right? It's my choice if I want to listen or not. I chose to listen because when I first met you, you always had like this love for me, and I didn't know where it came from. And that's one thing I can't
explain it. I just really fuck with you.
You always liked me, and I never got like anything bad. I'm sitting down with you, and you're saying, you know, uncomfortable things, but it's the truth. And this is the first step of Akbar, like, all right, I'm admitting this is what's going on. And you're not wrong. Not one time did I say you're wrong. I did tell you, like, certain things that I didn't agree on and things like that, because I know, you know, in the music that you got to have, like, a team and they got to be able to work. But I got to also give my team something to work with. And it just can't be drama, which I totally take full accountability for, right?
Right.
But I feel as with Cardi, you know, she's going to do, you got to let, when she ready to face those demons or whatever you say or think she's facing or going through and things like that, she's going to do it on her time.
Exactly.
It's just now, like, I've been ready. I just didn't know what to do or how to do it. I've been ready, but the thing is, sometimes I get distracted and I go and do things that I know that I shouldn't do. And I know that God is not pleased with me doing it. Like fighting people, I shouldn't do it. But sometimes I felt as if, you know, I have to do this because she keep playing with me. I have this point to prove. And in reality, when you say you got your kid, that's when that's overright. You ain't said nothing wrong about that. That's what people that care about you say. They tell you the truth. You know, like my best friend, you know, certain things I do she don't approve of. Arguing on the internet is one of them. My best friend Bree, that's why I stopped. Like 2022, I didn't go on the internet. I could have went on the internet yesterday when it happened and talked whatever I wanted to say. I didn't do it because I didn't feel like I'm not no internet girl. It just, I got sucked into it. I talk a lot of shit. Even when I said something about Tupac, they drug it and went crazy. I talk shit. I listen to Pop. I do feel like Pop was misunderstood. I do feel like Pop never got the love and real credit that he's supposed to got. Do Pop got a Grammy?
No.
Why in the hell Pop don't got a Grammy?
It's the business.
That's the love that he never received that he's supposed to got.
Pac rapped about a lot of things that we faced because he did come from a very controversial political background. You know, his mother was a Black Panther. You know,
but and
so when if they give him a Grammy, they're endorsing his message, which then it's deep. It's a whole
it's deep. But
you see what I'm saying?
Pop make great music?
Yes, absolutely.
One of the biggest artists, lyrically, and know how to make a song.
Yeah,
he never got.
Brenda's Got a Baby should have got a Grammy.
Period.
Yes.
Brenda should have got a baby. She should have got a Grammy.
Should have got a Grammy.
Instead
that should have been his first Grammy. So,
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
You know,
but
I'm
honest. But you have to understand, like,
the generation
that's following you, what they call them, Generation Z. They're dumb.
But we are the chosen ones.
They're child. They're
We're
children.
the chosen ones, though.
And I understand. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, you got thousands of people, millions of people coming at you. And it's like they coming. You can put up this guard, but eventually they're going to knock their shit down.
Yeah.
You can't fight all those people.
Mm-mm.
And their energies, because I can tell that you're a very
Spiritual person.
spiritual. You
And
go
the
off energy.
it fights me.
You're the main person that needs to put up a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
And I be too accessible to people. I'm very, and you know, because and a reason of that, it was, I don't want to make people feel like I think I'm better than them.
Fuck that, but you are.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's another thing too. You know, I be trying to, relate to people and not have but in reality, I have been too accessible to a lot of people that I know I shouldn't even been accessible to. And maybe this conversation that I'm having with you is supposed to been had because, but it's timing. Because as you know, like, it was days that we supposed to been did this and we didn't do it. And I feel like God do things for a reason, Mm-hmm. I feel as me understanding myself and I'm getting to know myself, and as my kids came, I'm getting to know my kids. It's like they're babies and I'm understanding them and I'm getting to know them and I'm knowing their likes and I'm dislikes, and this become overwhelming for me at times because it's new to me, and I feel like I used to make excuses. So when people said, oh, you're deadbeat, you this, I made a lot of excuses to being why you're not in your kids' life like you should, or why you don't have your kids. It was a lot of excuses. So I took the time to say, I don't want to make excuses no more. My babies need to be with their mom. I want to get my children. I made that decision. Nobody made it for me. My kids was never took into custody. I got my kids on my own. I say, hey, I want my kids to come home. But I was always in my kids' life. I just never was the parent that had them to stay with her. Because I was in the streets. I was dealing with a lot of street things, Now my kids stay with me. I get up 5:30 in the morning, put them on a school bus, get them up for school. I cook for them every day. I feel like a parent. I feel like I'm making a step. I understand that, this drama shit has been, but I feel like I'm doing something too. Like, I feel like, all right, I'm doing something different. I'm trying.
Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and it has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. AdamandEve.com. I'm talking toys, bondage, lingerie, and so much more. Plus, they have 24/7 customer service, so you can order at 3 a.m. if you ain't coming, if you get me, okay? And if something isn't working out, you can send it back within 90 days, no hassle. And if that's not enough, you can also take pleasure in knowing that 20% of their profits goes to help fight the spread of HIV around the world. So go on ahead and log on to AdamandEve.com. Use the code TASHA for 50% off one item plus free shipping in the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply now, but hurry up and visit AdamandEve.com so they can make you come.
You're living out and you're being and you're in the moment with your children.
And it feels great that I got a son named Lil D. He's a star. He can really rap.
Oh, see? You can't be around here going to jail and you gotta put him in a studio and build a label.
Yeah. So
and put
it's
your
like,
kids on. And...
I don't want to go to jail. I'm just, it was just a wake-up call. I needed this talk, and I needed, to vent, and I needed to, I needed a therapy. I need one, because I really want to be better. I want to change. I want to grow. I really want to do this.
And that is the first step, because when I couldn't off myself, I said, well, I'm tired.
I tried to kill myself once. Took all these pills.
Okay.
God said no.
And he said no for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get you some more water. You want
He
some more?
did. Mm-hmm.
I know you like the sweet bitch. Okay. Akbar, I'm really, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I really am. I don't think you know how much you are the shit. I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, why do you think I've never talked about you on my blog?
I used to be like, oh.
You think I was gonna pick up? I said, I'm not picking up that shit. Like, I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you're so much bigger than that.
I am. And that's why I love Cortez, because Cortez believed in me and he understands.
Who's Cortez?
Me. Cortez Bryant.
Okay.
That's like a father figure to me.
Okay.
And, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, he's not focused enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, that man have saved my life with so many things, and I'm so happy. You know, I'm happy to be having someone that believe in me in my corner. You know, and I do feel like I started with him and I want to finish with him, but I do have to take accountability. Like, you know, it's just not all on your team. You have to really give them something to work with, and it can't be drama.
And I want to end with this, and this is for anybody that's watching this interview, anybody that feels, and I know most of them are children when they get on the internet talking shit, but my viewers are grown women, grown men, you know, and we've had Johnny Blaze here. They was ready to go in on Johnny Blaze, but one thing about me, I'm not here to display that, because I know that it's not you. That's a reaction. People get mad. People get angry.
And I visit my flesh.
But who is Akbar? And I want to leave you with this, and I don't know if you'll be able to grasp this, but I hope one day you will. It's hard knowing who you are when you don't know where you come from. Your mother wasn't around, and your father, you don't know who he is.
I know him now.
You know him now.
But you
didn't know him. Okay.
My kids are actually at his house right now.
That's good. And so, being that you didn't come from, and a lot of people like to label it as a foundation, but it is the start of who you are. And so there's this old saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. But if you don't know what you stand for or where you come from, and that's why I believe and I gravitate more towards my African roots, because, you know, that is a foundation, and knowing who our people are, why we were subjected to the things that we were subjected to, answers a lot of questions. And so you understand who you are, and you'll walk into that, and you'll be that, and you'll accept that more. And so I understand perfectly where you are at 32 years old, just getting your children back after you chose to say, you know what, I'm not healthy enough to raise them. And so that's a big thing. Most women leave. I wouldn't even call them women. Most pieces of shit just leave their children. They don't give a fuck. But you chose to say, you know what? I can't give them what I need to give them. So guess what? This is where you gotta go. And that's based off your circumstances. Don't cry. But when you understand, and when you get to the root of why you are here, which is your childhood, your mom, your dad, I don't know if your grandparents are still living.
Do you know I've been celibate since May?
Wow.
Do you know?
How's it feel to not have no soul ties?
I got this dude that I talked to. He locked up. He in the feds.
That's good. That's good. That's
but I've been celibate since May. You think that's why I'm angry?
No.
No, I'm just
You're seeing yourself, because when you don't have someone that close to you, stimulating you, you got to deal with yourself.
And I really have not had sex, and I don't bring men around my kids. Nobody know where I stay and lay my head.
That's good.
I stay in a nice house, 85 North, and no man have been in my house, because it's a thing of me scared, you know, because I got my kids, and I know, you know, if you leave them spirits of people, and they, you know, I feel like people out to get.
Well, people will take advantage of your children.
Yeah, they will.
And listen, like, you know, we used to have our studio in our house, and my daughter brought me, you know, a baggie that she found on the bathroom floor in her room, and it was a bag of ecstasy. And I had to Google it. It had like a Tesla pill. It had like a Tesla symbol on it. And my daughter found that in her restroom because I was working out of my house. And I'm thinking, first of all, what if my daughter just decided she wanted to take it? Or I have a 2-year-old son who picks up everything off the floor.
That was the enemy.
What could I couldn't have told anybody nothing with my son with dope in his system. And so the lifestyle that you live, you know, as far as being a rapper, being in the limelight, being an entertainer, your kids don't need to be there. They need to be children.
No, they don't. They have a nanny.
Yes, they need to. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you have a nanny. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, I make sure they don't have to go through what I go through. I fight tooth and nail for that.
Yeah, so
I'm happy I came.
You're going to be all right.
I know.
And that's the reason why. And I hope Akbar know I really do fuck with her.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't never covered none of that bullshit. And I won't. Because I'm like, you're so...
And you know, you see who I really am at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that. And that's what I appreciate, you know.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people think they know about me. I got a lot of healing that need to be done. Like, I need to heal about a lot of things, and I think the first step is therapy.
There's a book I'm gonna give your manager to give to you. It's called The Art of War, and it's one of the first books that I read coming into my creativity, because I'm a creator, and stuff like this, getting people to be comfortable with you, to open up, so that it can change other people's lives. Because whether you see it or not, you're gonna help so many people without even doing it. And that's what your life was here for. And unfortunately, I know it sucks to have to go through what you've gone through, but there are people right now that probably wanted to take their life or didn't think that they were going to be able to.
I didn't think they was worthy. And just know God, that's why I be telling you that I have to stay in prayer, because, you know, the devil will come here, swoop in, you know, to play witchcraft being brought up on me to take my mind. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of things, so that make me so angry. Like, y'all don't know the things I've been dealing with, but what I do know God said he won't do is leave and forsake me. That's what I do believe. And I know that these things that I'm going through is just the trial of my faith. He want me to trust him. And I didn't know how to trust God, because here's the thing. We is praying to a man we never seen before. This is what faith is. Faith is not seeing it, but hoping for it. Like, we don't see it, but we trust in our heart, believe that God is going to do this. He going to meet my needs. He going to do what I need him to do, right? And sometimes, all right, I got myself here because I believed in me when nobody else did. This is how I got to be, Akbar V. When people were saying, no, you're not going to do this, I believed in me, right? I'm here now, trying to get to my next step. The next step that I'm about to encounter, it's got to be a big blessing behind that. Because you know why? I've been going through so much shit. So much shit. Do you hear me? I got this little white sheet that I lay in my closet, and I just get on the floor and I cry out to God, wondering, do he hear me? Just praying, talking to him, just trying to be better. Me fighting with those people, I gotta go repent for that. Because I know this not what he wants for me. Once again, I was in my flesh, and I felt like...
I think you're too hard on yourself.
I am. And this lady said that too. Yeah. She told me that. She said, you're so hard. Because
you're so hard on yourself.
I am, because I gotta win. I gotta win. They want to. I got to. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna break my generational curses. This is what I gotta figure out. This is what's so hard for me. I'm trying to break my generational curses. On top of that, I've been minding my business. I ain't been fucking with nobody. I've been raising my children, getting to know my kids. You know how that feel when you gotta get to know your kids at 15 and 13. Yes, I'm hard on myself because I feel like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, but didn't know how to do it. That's hard.
I know.
I love my kids. I love my kids just like anybody else loved theirs. Certain things I have said, I ain't always been right. But one thing about me, I always owned up to my shit. And I don't walk around like my shit don't stand. I don't walk around like I never been through this. going through what I went through. Now, I ain't got to take it, but I know I need help. I know this because you laying in the bed, you having dreams of somebody might come touch your daughter because you knowing what happened to you. So you're afraid to let her go do these things, and you keep questioning every 5 minutes, has anybody ever did this? I wasn't there in the first beginning of my daughter growing up, so I don't know what she encountered. I don't know what happened to her. I know I can go to her and say, hey, you okay? Did this happen? Did somebody do this? I was just praying that, you know, God, protect my children. That's my daily prayer. Protect my kids. Because I do want to be better. People look at me, they say, no, you don't want to do this. You want this because you keep falling in this. These are temptations. I'm falling short just like motherfuckers that ain't on the internet or not famous. They fall short too.
Right.
When you done went out and cussed out your mom or something, and you know damn well the Bible say, honor thy mother and thy father, you fell short right there. Right. It's so big because I'm famous. And at the same time, it's a gift and a curse. I just want to rap. That's all I ever wanted as a kid, to rap, to break my generation of curses, to be better than my mom. But then I fall in her footsteps. I got 5 kids. My mom had 5 kids. I wasn't there. And my kids, my mom wasn't there for me.
God will repeat it until you get it right.
And I believe that.
Okay, and so the fact that you're even coming to this point, your mom didn't even get a chance to come to this point.
And I just wish she was just here. You know,
but she is here.
I just wish, you know, I could just tell her that I'm sorry.
She hears you. She hears you.
Because I hated my mom.
No, you didn't.
I disliked her.
You were just angry. You didn't.
But at the end of the day, it's like I was taught to hate my mom. They was telling me all these things as a kid. I didn't need to know this.
No, child, listen, you can tell a child anything about their parents, but it's real hard.
Do you know how I feel to have to call my best friend on the phone and thinking like, do my children hate me? And she saying, no, them damn children don't hate you. That's your mind. Your mind playing trick. That's the enemy. But I was feeling like that. Like I get in my moments because I ain't been the best mother. I didn't know how to be. But what about the times that, you know, I have tried and I'm trying now? I can't focus on what I didn't do, you know, but sometimes I do.
And that's why you need support through therapy. And there's nothing wrong with therapy at all. It's just like having a life coach. So when you feel like,
well, I need your damn referral.
I got you. I know a few people. Trust me. But I want you to read this book. It's called The Art of War. Mm-hmm. And it's dealing with your creativity and how so many things that we've created unconsciously, subconsciously, or consciously that we want to focus on instead of focusing on the one thing that frees us from everything, which is rap for you. Yeah. And making people.
You know what rap
laugh.
I made when I was a little girl? I was like 7 years old.
Rap it for me.
I was like, Mama wasn't around. I had to live with my aunt. I was only 6 months. I had to make it up front. My auntie took me by the hand saying, sunshine, come on. This ain't a place for a girl your age to live alone. This shit is cruel and I can't take it. Really don't know if I'm going to make it. That was my first rap.
And you remember it.
And I remembered it. That was the rap that I remember.
Akbar, you are going to be fine. Okay? We're going to get you some referrals. The first step is the first call from you.
I'm going to call.
Do you like to read?
I like to read my Bible.
Okay.
Because I learn a lot. I do. I've been really in my Bible. Like, I've been learning a lot spiritually. I just want to take time and just really just get to that. And I want to, because I feel like if I do that, God is going to deal with me. He gonna show me things. I'm going to be more with that. Don't mind reading another book. Don't mind. I got ADHD, though.
It's okay. But when you...
I think I'm bipolar a little bit, too.
Well, I mean, they have treatment for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I was diagnosed with that.
You're not alone, though.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not very common, okay? And And most of your colleagues suffer from a lot of things that they don't talk about. And so, but that's what makes you great. That's what makes some of the best artists.
Yeah.
Is that you're not like everybody else.
And I'm not.
You're not. So, listen, I don't want no more tears coming down. I want you to leave happy, okay?
I am. And they've been blowing my damn phone up.
It's okay. Your babies?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having
Thank
me.
you.